lovelies, welcome back. You're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and sit, grab a cup of tea because we are reading. We're doing a little ruskin and a reading. Okay, so I'm reading through my two encyclopedias of witchcraft, and the first one that we'll read out of today is The Witch Book by Raymond Buckland, and the second book we'll be reading from today is the Encyclopedia of Wicca and Witchcraft by Raven G. So we need to get right into it. We've got a lot of topics to cover, and I don't know if I'm going to put them all into one video or split them up. We'll see how it goes time-wise, but as far as right now goes, the first topic in this little cluster of topics that we're going to touch on is in both books, and it's the Threefold Law. Some people call it the Rule of Three, some people call it the Law of Three, some people just call it Threefold, some people call it karma, and there's definitely a difference. And so, the three topics I'm going to be touching on in this kind of cluster series are the Threefold Law, karma, triangles, and this triangle that you can use for creating things. Okay? So, we'll jump in and say Threefold Law, and if I haven't said it already, I'm Jen, the Taxidermy Witch, and my channel is based mostly on witchcraft and herbalism, but sometimes we do fun things like we read lore on Saturday nights, and we do Egyptology on Sunday, and we go through my taxidermy collection every Thursday. Every Wednesday we do Witchcraft in the Kitchen. Every Tuesday you get to know a little bit more about me, and I tell tales on Tuesday. Every Monday I do a Fae offering, and that's my Fae Monday. So I have this weekly scheduled programming, but I throw in all kinds of videos out and around those. I've been calling myself a witch for 2 years now. I've been practicing witchcraft my whole life unknowingly. And, yeah, so let's talk about Threefold Law. In Wicca, the Threefold Law, also known as the Law of Three, is the law of return. The concept of karma in witchcraft is to do good, and good will be returned. Either 3 times or at 3 times the intensity. But do evil, and that too will return threefold. These returns will be within the current lifetime. Okay? Threefold Law is within the current lifetime. Good to note. There is no putting off rewards or punishments, as in Christianity. They will come out in the present life. With this belief, there is no inducement for a witch to do evil. It is therefore a corollary of the belief that there is no, corollary of the Wiccan Rede, R-E-D-E. And we'll be talking about the R-E-D-E as well in this series. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Rede? Reed? If you guys know how to phonetically say it, please tell me in the comments below. And at harm none, do as thou wilt. So I'm going to re-say that whole sentence. With this belief, there is no inducement for a witch to do evil. It is therefore a corollary of the Wiccan Rede. And at harm none, do as thou wilt. Okay. By consciously harming none as you live your life, you will not invoke any negative return upon yourself. Some witches believe that the return is not threefold, simply like for like. Others hold to a 7-fold return. Charles Godfrey Leland, Aradia, Gospel of the Witches, refers to a double return. The majority of witches, however, believe in the threefold law. Karma is the Sanskrit word for action, with no implication of reward or punishment. The threefold law has become a cornerstone principle at the heart of Wicca, yet there is no mention of it in print until Raymond Buckland's book, Witchcraft, Ancient and Modern. I've not even heard of that. I really want to get that book. You're going to have to excuse me while I get my highlighter. That's important to me that I find that. So how are you guys today? I'm really enjoying all of the comments that I read. I've been getting to those every day. Working loads, but really excited to be back doing videos with you guys. Raymond Buckland, Witchcraft, Ancient and Modern. I'm going to go on Thrift Books after this video and order it. You can get such cheap books on the Thrift Books app. You guys definitely check it out, and it's free shipping over $10. And books are like $3 or $4 a piece, seriously. And they're at your door within the next week. Ancient and Modern. Awesome. Thank you for letting me take a little pause to do that, you guys. I appreciate it. Okay, back to it. Buckland was a disciple of Gerald Gardner, if you know who that is. Wow. And we'll talk about him in a different video. And introduced Gardnerian Wicca to the United States as early as 1960. Gardner founded Gardnerian Witchcraft and taught the threefold law as part of the tradition. So good to note that that was definitely connected. The threefold law was connected to the Gardnerian Witchcraft and Gerald Gardner. So the next book that we'll be reading out of is the Encyclopedia of Wicca and Witchcraft by Raven G. And here's what she has to say about threefold law. Threefold law is a cornerstone principle that lies at the heart of Wiccan religion and spirituality. In modern Wicca, this law is said to return energy 3 times at the level at which it was sent out. In other words, if a Wiccan casts a spell, then the energy returns threefold to the spellcaster. Curiously, there is no counterpart to this principle in nature or in metaphysics. Under the mundane laws of physics, if an object is tossed upward, it will naturally descend at the same rate of the speed in which it climbed. This is because the force of gravity exerted on the object is equal during both the ascendant and descendant. Another way of understanding the threefold law, in a manner more consistent with the ways of nature, is to picture it as a cause and effect relationship. For example, if you help someone in distress, you will typically feel good about what you did and about yourself as a person. This will influence your thoughts. In other words, your state of consciousness has been altered. This affects the way that you feel because it stirs your emotions, and emotions affect the body. They have a physical effect on the body because emotions cause glandular secretions to enter into your bloodstream. The resulting state of the mind and body will affect your spirit. Thus, you have been affected on the 3 levels by one single deed. Your mind, body, and spirit have responded to energy in a threefold return in a cause and effect relationship. Now, I really love that explanation. That was a really beautiful explanation, Raven G. Thank you. And then it says that if you want to learn more about that via this book, you can also see Contagnation and REDE, Rede, or Read. So, right now in the video, we're at 10 minutes. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about read or read, and see where we're at from there. So join me on the next video. Me, Jen, the Taxidermy Witch, as we go through these encyclopedias and talk about really brilliant topics in a timely manner. Thank you again for joining me, Jen, the Taxidermy Witch, and we'll see you soon.